Don't know where it goes. I'm on a road. Follow your heart. It won't let you down. Follow your heart. Take the steps beyond your way. Take the steps. When you have a dream, you gotta start. It's the only way. If you're gonna shine, and you're gonna shine, shine, shine. You're gonna shine. You're gonna shine. And we are shining. What a great day it was today. It really was, weather-wise, perfect temperatures. And here we are back on the ranch. And I'm always just happy. Mondays just make I know people don't like Mondays, and I do my mindful Mondays and stuff, but I have a blast on Mondays because I get to meet some of the best and up-and-coming Americana artists. That's what I do. I span the globe to bring you the best in Americana. And we've talked about this on the show before, how Americana can mean a lot of different things and take you in a lot of different directions. So when I was at the International Singer-Songwriters Association, I get to meet a lot of the breadth and scope of what is Americana music. And we're kind of doing a girls' night tonight. With a kind of someone new to the international singer-songwriter scene and new to the ranch, the very bluesy Lexie Blue. Hello, Lexie.
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you in Michigan?
Doing good. Doing good. Yes.
I'm glad to hear it. And we have some people listening already. So everything you text, we can see. So put it in the chat and say hello and where you're watching from. Love to hear from you. So this was your first year on the singer-songwriter scene, but You're not new to the award scene.
Correct. Yeah. No. So I've been in the music scene since I was a teenager. I lived in Las Vegas, and then I moved to Michigan. And my debut of my stage name Lexie Blue was 2023. So previously I used my legal name and did an album under that. But I really wanted to find a band that had my vision for like blues music and my originals that I wrote. And I found them. And so kind of like killed my other stage name and brought up Lexie Blue. So yeah, it went really fast though. When we debuted in 2023, we accomplished a lot. I don't know if you're familiar with the International Blues Challenge, IBC, but we competed locally and won our blues competition, got to go to Memphis, play on Beale Street. And we did that 2 years in a row. So that was super, super cool. And recorded our first album, and it got, 2 awards, the Michigan Music Awards this year. So yeah, been around.
You've been around, but it sounds like you've been really evolving and defining your sound.
Yeah.
What was the big shift in 2023 to blues?
So I always wanted to be in blues. But when I lived in Las Vegas, so like I have parents, I call my adoptive parents, they're musicians. And I grew up on country, and I love country music. It's always been my thing. I didn't really know what contemporary blues was until I heard it. And once I heard it, I was like, that's what I want to do. But when I moved back to Michigan, I met my husband, and we started a cover band, and we just did the cover thing. We still do it, we gig all the time. I just didn't find like the right people that had my vision for my originals. So when we moved to Jackson, Michigan, I met this bass player, and he kind of had the same vision. And I met a keyboard player, and anyways, it just fell into place. So I was like, all right, these are the guys that are going to bring my songs and like my sound alive. And they're amazing. They're very creative, and, we write so well together. And yeah, so that was like the huge shift, just meeting the right people.
Well, Billy from Long Island wants to say hello.
Hello, Billy.
So we got some people listening right now. So it's an amazing journey. And it's funny. I was at ISA, and I had this big conversation with one of my good friends there, Candy, about playing covers versus originals, and some heated but you sound like you stay pretty true to country, to covers, and then this is the band for your music.
Yeah. So I have like my Lexie Blue band. That's my original stuff. And I love doing it. Like that's what what I do. I do the covers because that's what people love. So my Lexie Blue band, we only play probably like 12 shows a year. And that's because they're ticketed shows. We want people to pay to come see us, right? They're original music. Covers, I mean, I used to play Wednesday through Saturday. I play bass and sing. So my husband and I have a duo. Then we have a full, band. It's a cover band. And we kind of do that. I do that to fund my original music.
And I love that. You know what? And I actually steal this from you. I saw your webpage when I was, taking the picture to make your flyer for tonight.
Yeah.
You're very clear about what the shows are. You have all your dates you're playing, and you're like, this is Lexie Blue. This is Duo. This is
the cover band, Alexandrian Transfer.
And the cover band, and this is what you're going to see. Yeah. And I kept going back to the conversation I had about Candy, and I'm like, I think that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Because there are venues that are original music.
Yes. Yeah. And that's the thing too, right? Not a lot of like local venues. You see the theaters, you see the national stages, and we've been very fortunate to be able to I know some folks. I've been in the music scene in Detroit for a very long time. So when I did debut Lexie Blue, I knew a lot of folks at those, national stages, venues and stuff. And, I just did a call and they knew me from my cover band. So they knew I could sing. They knew I was good, so they trusted whatever I put together was great because I already had that, rapport. So we've been fortunate to open up for quite a few big blues folks like Tap and Juan, Coco Montoya, on pretty big stages. So that was like super cool. And my cover band, we've won a few things where we got to open up for like Night Ranger, like the rock groups, and Mark Farner and stuff. So yeah, it's really cool because I know the venues where I could go. I know the venues where I can go and make money, right? Playing a duo. Right. I know the venues I can go and make money with the cover band. And then, when we do have those ticketed shows for the blues show, a lot of people love coming to see it because it's something different. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people know that that's really my voice. Like I have, that's my heart and soul. They all know that about me. Like my local bands, yeah. So,
but I would think you almost have a couple different like fan bases with some overlapping.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. We have like our boat club and yacht club fan base who love our cover band. They're like, oh my God, we want you guys, like they hire us like for every party and stuff. And it's because we're doing that kind of music, like the rock music and the country that they all like to drink and dance to, so that's like one fan base. And then, kind of like your diehards that come to every show, like they're like, oh my gosh, they're overlapping. Right.
Right.
Like blues. And then I have like just a soul blues fan base, that like have heard of me through the blues channels, the blues venues, and the blues societies. So yeah, for sure.
Okay. So, let's talk about the songs that you write. We'll stick to Lexie Blue for now, though. What your heart is. That's what I'm all about.
Me too.
So, let me bring your songs up here. Until I'm Dead. Let's talk about your songwriting process. You start with the band, you bring them lyrics. How does this get going?
That's a great question. So I'm one of those songwriters that does it every way you can think of. So there's some songs that I've written. Now this one I wrote on piano first. So I brought them in later. But a lot of my other songs, it really depends. I can write lyrics first, and then I'll have like a melody in my head that I know what I want, and I'll hum it into the phone. I'll send it to my guitar player, and I'm like, this is what I want in this key. And then I'll bring it to the band. And then there's some times where like I'll write half a song, and I'm like, I don't want to write the whole thing because I don't want it to be boring. I really need that like in-person feel. So I'll bring it to a rehearsal, and I'll say, all right, this key, do this. And we'll go through like 2 verses, but when we get to a bridge, we'll all collaborate and we'll find the right, that for the bridge. So yeah, mine's a little all over the place. I do a little bit of every way.
Right.
I did write on piano first. Yeah.
Is that your main instrument, piano?
So that's the instrument that I learned first. But no, my main instrument now is bass. I don't play bass in my blues band. I have an amazing bass player. I played bass just in my duo and my cover band. Maybe one day down the line, but I just picked up bass about a year and a half ago and I fell in love with it. And so I play that at shows. Piano is like my instrument where I write on mostly. Yeah.
During COVID, I bought that. It's an acoustic bass, and I thought I'm going to teach myself bass because I thought it's so cool.
It is.
And I actually took some online lessons with some friends of mine who just told me I was terrible. And
oh, oh no.
I couldn't get the whole do. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm working on it though. I pick it up every now and then.
You got this.
I got it.
You got
I'm
it.
going to be doing it. I'm going to be doing it.
Bass is like, it's really hard to sing bass or to play bass and sing at the same time. It's very, very difficult. It's the hardest instrument to sing and play at the same time. And
maybe that's why I can't stay with it.
Probably. So I've learned to teach myself. So the reason why I don't do it in my blues band is because, first of all, I love my bass player. But second of all, it's going to take me a while to even be. Blues bass lines are so, they're so intricate, like different. And to sing over top of that, it's really a mind, whatever. So playing like cover songs like Jelly Roll and it's just 4 chords and, that kind of stuff. That to me, wasn't easy at first to sing and play at the same time. But now that I've been doing it for like a year, almost a year and a half, it's really easy for me. I can just look at a song if somebody requests it and play it and sing it, but blues and funk and R&B is a different story. Like Motown, because they're very different. I mean, there's some crazy bass lines in there, and to sing and play that at the same time is very difficult. It's definitely.
And the songs are led by bass.
What is it?
The songs are led by bass.
Yes.
They're bass driven.
Yes, very, very bass driven. Yes. So, but I'll just like you'll get there, and I'll get there one day, right?
Maybe. But I honestly, tell me if I'm wrong, Lexie, but I think there are 2 types of bass players.
Yeah.
A true bass player that have that rhythm, that have that funk, and they just got it. They got that groove. Yes. And then you got the frustrated guitar player that can't get a gig and they get the girl, so he like picks up the bass.
My bass players were all the bass players I played for will be like, that's a wrong statement because I could never get a girl playing bass. They have all said that to me. I know a lot of bass players and all great guys. I have sub bass players sometimes, well, before I could play bass, I should say that. In my other bands where I would call and be like, hey, are you available for this date? And we know a plethora full of musicians. We need a guitar player or bass player. And they're so great and so professional. They just show up to the gig and know what they're doing. So it's super cool. But they'll all tell you that.
All right. So I'm not off the mark on that.
Yeah.
And the ones that don't admit it are the guitar players that just kind of picked up the bass.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I have no bass players chiming on tonight, so the drummers are staying quiet on the subject. So
funny.
Oh, good. All right, let's talk about Until I'm Dead.
Sure. So I wrote this song because everybody that knows me, and you will soon learn this about me, Randie. I'm a very go person, like naturally energy. I don't stop. I work. I'm a workaholic. I'm always doing something. I can't sit down. And so a lot of people would always tell me like, you need to slow down. You're going to wear yourself out, blah, 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 blah. But I can't. Like if I slow down, like I go crazy. Like it doesn't do well for my soul. It actually gives me anxiety, if I'm bored or something. So I keep myself very, very busy. Like my schedule is booked a year in advance. I know everything I'm doing a year in advance. And if I'm not doing something, I fill it, like just how I am. And so I wrote this song Until I'm Dead because talking about those folks telling me to slow down. And this song is like, I won't, stop till I'm dead. So
Billy's gonna take up bass now.
Oh, I love it.
We got Mackenzie, who loves you. The dog lover loves you.
Oh, I love you because you're a dog lover. I have 4 pitties, so love you.
4?
I have 4, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
I have Zelly, Boo, Rip, and Bella. They're
Oh
my
my
3.
god, my drummer has 3, and I thought that was a lot.
Oh, I would have more, but my husband would murder me.
I can't handle my 1. He's been so sick though. Like he's a legit handful. Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay. So Until I'm Dead, you're a go 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 person, and what happened with this song?
So no, I just wrote this song, and it was kind of like my message to the world and to those people. Like, I'm not going to stop until I'm dead. So this was on my first Lexie Blue album, and there will be a music video for it. There's not yet. That's the second music video that's to come. But I had to have well, I guess it really doesn't matter for music video, but I had to have emergency throat surgery on May 19th. Yeah, so they found, I didn't know anything was wrong, but like after one show, I would lose my voice. And I remember people saying something's not right because I would lose that. And I used to gig, for forever, 5 days a week and never have that problem. And I remember going New Year's Eve to a New Year's Eve party. And one of my friends, I had like 4 of those little mini shots, and I lost my voice completely. And she goes, Alex, Lexie, I want you to, see my doctor. And I was like, for what? She goes, something's really wrong with you. And it was at U of M, and he sees like professional singers, and they scoped my throat, and they found like a massive polyp on my vocal cord. And they were like, we've never seen a polyp this big in our life. You need to stop singing immediately. We can't believe you're still singing. How are you still singing? So they scheduled me for surgery, and I couldn't talk for 3 weeks after surgery. It was the worst thing.
It had to be painful.
It was, it was really painful, but I got a cabin. I went up north, away from my kids and husband, because I knew it would be impossible being at home. And took 2 friends that I knew, I wouldn't talk to, that would just help take care of me. And it actually it was really hard at first, but it was kind of like peaceful in a sense. Like, I never shut up. So it was definitely like a challenge for me, but I don't know. I kind of like envied that I had to do that, because it like forced me to get into this different side of myself I didn't know. So, but anyways, so that's why the music video hasn't happened yet for Until I'm Dead, because I'm okay now. I'm back to singing and stuff. Just it took a little bit. So
Right. Some dog lovers are still chiming in. Mindy's like, you win. She only has 3 dogs. And Billy has cats and dogs. But I'm telling you, that sounds terrifying, as, your whole profession is your voice, and you use it in so many different ways, and to find that polyp, had to be terrifying.
It was terrifying because after the surgery, you couldn't talk. And then you had to see a speech pathologist every week, and your voice, you couldn't sing. I couldn't sing until June 28th. And I was only allowed to sing like 5 songs a set. But when I started singing, I could tell. I was like, oh my gosh, the polyp's gone. You could feel that big ball out of my throat. It was amazing. But also I was scared, because if you push too hard, you could totally ruin your voice forever right after vocal surgery. Right. So I did like vocal exercises and stuff. And, but it's good now. It's good. The only thing that's still coming back is my falsetto voice, which takes 6 to 12 months. It's there. It's just not fully there yet. But it's back. Like every day.
Did you train with technique before that? You were, trained with technique?
No, never.
Okay.
No, but that's what the speech pathologist is for. So like, I never even done warm-ups before I sang. Like, yeah, like I grew up with, I call her my adopted mom. She, was professional singer. My dad was my adopted dad. And they never did any of that stuff. Like, they didn't. And they're really good. And they're like, they play out in Vegas 7 days a week, like, and stuff. So I was never taught that. I was never taught that was a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing my entire career. So yeah, now I know that vocal warm-ups are super important.
Right.
And nebulizing is super important.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Right. Well, let's take a listen to Until I'm Dead.
All right.
All right, and we are back on the ranch. We're spanning the globe to bring you the best in indie Americana music, and we are brought to you by Blast Music 24/7, your one stop for all indie artists. If you're looking for new music, you want to be on Blast Music 24/7. I have, for those of you watching the video, I have the QR code up for you guys. If you're listening, we got the Plow Zone. We in California. We have My Indie Radio out in Paris. So we really do span the globe. So we love our listeners. We love all of our people that are streaming. We know Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, Pandora, Amazon products. We're everywhere you want to be to find your indie music on the ranch. So thanks for tuning in. Hotel Universe, your one stop for all videos. For all your video needs, tell them Randie sent you, and they're going to hook you up with a great lyric video or whatever you need done for reasonable, because I sent you. And To the Max Advertising too has hooked me up with some banners, and you always got to look professional. We don't compete with each other, but we want to be competitive with each other and put our best foots forward. So we had a lot of people, Lexie, digging that groove.
Yeah, right. I love it.
And Mackenzie, that was brilliant. Mama, Mackenzie and Maddie, hope to see you.
I love you. So the next song if Marcella and Mackenzie and Maddie and Mama is on, Marcella will know that the Twisted song I actually wrote about her. So we'll talk about that when we get.
We'll get to her. We'll get to her next. And Billy loved the organ, which was kind of a cool humming organ sound.
Yes.
Billy, I just love you. Randie's a global phenomenon because I span the globe. My favorite. All right. So that really did, it blended a lot of things. You had the organ, you had that cool groove going there. You just kind of drop in, until I die,
Yeah, it's we've definitely brought it to life. Like it's funny when I write songs on piano, there's only so much you could do with the piano. And then when I bring it into the guys, I'm like, okay, sometimes I'll have the part in my head for like guitar or whatever. And then sometimes I don't, and they bring this flavor to it. And I'm like, that's it. Yes, that's it, guys. And that's why I love songwriting. That's why I love writing songs. Because it's the process. It's like when you hear it and you hit it, and those guys, like get it, like you have it right. You're like, that's it. And it's the most, like, it's the best feeling. It really is.
Oh, it is. It is. And some songs just drop into your lap, and some you're really picking and pulling at,
Yeah. Yep.
How was Twisted for you? Was that a drop in your lap, or was that kind of...
So Twisted was a drop in my lap. So that's why I'm so glad Mama Hurley's on. I call her Ma. She's my best friend Marcella that's her mom. And she went through something with, her ex-husband and stuff. And and so I wrote this song and I sent it to her and I said, this is about your life. And there was domestic violence involved and stuff. So this song is about domestic violence and getting into that situation, where, you married someone, and they're not the same person they were, and they changed, and they manipulate you and they make you think you're the crazy one. And, so like a lot of my songs, I feed from my life, and there's experiences. And then a lot of that emotion I can draw from like my friends' lives and stuff. And, and I'm a very emotional person. I feel everybody else's like feelings and pain. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a good thing for music and good thing for songwriting. So
it's great. It burns you out like emotionally sometimes.
Yeah.
It can, you can really get flooded with things. Mm-hmm. But I love songs like this, that draw attention to things that we really need to pay attention to.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when women, we have to stick together and we have to believe. When somebody says something's going on. I was in a situation and I told my friend, and they really told me I wasn't trying hard enough.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, it hurt,
Wow.
I got
Did you write a song about it? Did you write a song about it?
Yeah.
Good.
I did write a song about a domestic called Olivia, which is a murder ballad.
Yeah.
which was to draw awareness to it. But we got to keep talking about it.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm.
We got to break the silence. So, did you bring this one to the band, or?
I did. I wrote this on piano first. This is another one I wrote on piano first, and then I brought it to the band. Yeah. But they really put that blues, because when I wrote it, it was very ballady. When I wrote it, it was slow and ballady, but I wanted to give it punch, and I knew that's what I wanted because it was that kind of song. I wanted a punch to it, like a gut wrenching punch to it. And I told them that, and they brought it alive. It's very emotional and gut wrenching to me, like what they brought to it, the flavor they brought to it.
I know. I love songs that want people singing along and they're like, oh, this is important. You know what I mean? Like, I like it when it's that catchy.
Yeah.
And sometimes ballads are like, oh, okay, here we go. She's preaching. When you kind of punch them with it and get them grooving along, I think it just has more impact. I just really do.
Yeah.
So let's listen to Twisted.
Twist in these
and we are back on the ranch. We are brought to you by Blast Music 24/7, your one stop for indie artists. If you want new music, you got to find Blast Music 24/7, and all indie artists should have their music up there. There's so much networking. So we have our own radio player right now and playlists. We really promote people on our platform. So it's a great, great place to be. And to our listeners, the Plow Zone in California, My Indie Radio out in Paris. And again, you can find us on Roku TV too. So we're everywhere you want to be when you want some great music. Find us on the ranch. And I got to tell you, a lot of people, I agree with Mindy, that was giving me chills. You had so many great lines in there.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, you sucked my my soul. You
Right.
said, I'm trying to write them down. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Really good job. It was a wow. Billy thought it was a wow too. That was
thank you.
Just such a cool groove for such a serious topic.
The show because yeah, I mean, there's songs that I've written that I feel like could help people, and that's one of them. Just to let people know, like, you know, you're not going through things alone, and I think it's important to talk about that kind of stuff. So if it can help anybody, then that was my goal.
Right. And, you know, people, and I think that's the greatest reward when you do a show, if somebody comes up to you after the show and says, oh, that meant something to me, that song, you know?
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. That's like the whole like reason I write, because, you know, oh my gosh, there's so many songs in the world, right? We all write songs, but when you can write something, you know, it's going to connect with somebody. Right. And it may not connect with everybody, but it's going to connect with people, and then it's going to help them or make them feel at least not alone for a second, you know, and that's what writing is for me. So,
well, isn't that our job as a musician, to make you feel something?
Yeah.
Right. If you're having a good day, you want to listen to this. If you're going through a breakup, you want to listen to this. And then maybe you just listen to a song and you're like, oh, wow, that happened to them too, you know?
Yeah. I remember being like in high school, going through a breakup, and I just like repeated the same breakup songs over and over again just because they made me feel good and sad. And I was like, yes, that's it.
What was it? What was yours?
Oh my God, there were so many. I couldn't even tell you. So I listened to Avant a lot. So I loved R&B breakup songs. So like a lot of the Mariah Carey and Avant, and then also, you know, I love country. Not Chase. Is it not Jason Aldean? There's a song called "Why," and that was a really good one too. There were so many. I had so many, like a plethora of songs.
Well, Mindy says she can sit in her car all day and sing at the top of her lungs to that one.
Oh, I appreciate
you. That's awesome.
Thank you.
For me, my first big breakup, it was REO Speedwagon, "Time for Me to Fly."
Oh my gosh! So my adopted dad drummed in that band.
No way, REO.
Yeah. So Kent Johnson. Yeah. So I lived with these musicians, like I was saying earlier, you know, in Vegas, and called my adopted parents. And so my adopted mom was Tammy Graham. She was on the Grand Ole Opry. She was a, you know, country singer for a while. And then my dad, he drummed in that REO Speedwagon band. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's so cool.
You can tune a piano, but you can't tune a fish. That album, like, drop the mic.
That's amazing. That's so cool.
But no, that's one of those songs that you could just like over and over and over, like "Time for Me to Fly," "Time for Me," because it's empowering. It's like, I'm doing something, you know, I'm not going to wallow in this.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to get over it. Let's see. All right. Billy's favorite breakup song was Jim Croce.
All right.
What's Operator by Jim Croce? Okay. I could get that.
Yeah.
Okay. Jim Croce was just so good. I know.
See, everybody has it. Everybody listens to breakup songs.
I know. Everyone has it.
Funny because when I first started, I mean, I've always written. When I was younger, even in elementary school, I wrote poems, like before I ever did songwriting. So I always loved writing, and I wrote short stories and stuff. And when I got into music, I started writing songs. One thing that was hard when I got married and became happy, right? I got writer's block. So, and you'll hear this from a lot of musicians. So, I used to be I don't want to say self-destructive in a bad way, but I kind of I didn't like when bad things happen because you hurt, right? You don't ever want to go through that. And like I said, I'm a very emotional person. So that hits me really, really hard.
Right,
Things
right.
hit me very, very hard. Yes. And I'm way better now that I'm older. But when I was younger, I have a lot of, abandonment issues and stuff. So that stuff would hit me really hard. And it was great because I could sit down and write a song in 10 minutes and I would feel so good. And that was my way of getting it out. And it really helped me through life. Like especially when I was younger and I went through a lot of stuff, it really saved me. Like it really, really did. But when I got married and I met, my husband, and, it gave me writer's block for a long time. You have fights. And the great thing about him is he's a musician too. He plays guitar and sings. So when we have fights and we write songs about each other, nobody knows how you do. I'm telling you, but
you fling your Mac out, right?
Right. But we get it. That's what artists do. And it's not like anything super bad. Like I might write like one verse and then I'll be done just to get it out. And then I'll turn the song into something completely different later on, know? But it was an idea that developed because I was hurting, whatever that hurt may have been, but I needed to get it out. And it developed into a totally different song, but it came out great, So, yeah.
You know what? We need more happy songs because we all can think of the breakup songs, but we need I'm trying to think of a happy song, and I'm like, when I'm in a good mood, what do I listen to? I don't know. Like,
there's so many happy songs.
There are happy songs.
There's that Watermelon.
I know that there's an artist. I know Morrissey was one of them, but there's quite a few artists. He wouldn't take antidepressants because he didn't want to
happy.
Right, be happy and not be able to write a song. I mean, he's the epitome of holy cow, like slit your wrist type like song, like emo type songs, and he's like in the throes of depression and he doesn't want to take antidepressants. So it's like, dude, take antidepressants. You're like,
see, I had to learn though. Then that's
okay. She's right, Shabuzi.
Yeah, Shabuzi. Yep. So I had to learn though, because I love writing so much, but that's how I learned, it made me a better songwriter and I channeled other people's energy, and took their stories. And especially when I went down to IBC in Memphis and, we won 2 years in a row, one time in Lansing, the blues competition, and then in Grand Rapids. And when you go down there, it's an international blues challenge. So each person from their state or country blues society who won at that local regional level got to go there. And so I think there was like no, I might be off. I think there were 60 bands international that get to go every year, and going down there, the first year really upped my songwriting, as well, because I heard so many different flavors of the blues and different styles, and all in the same week because there were so many bands. So when you're not performing, you can go see other bands, and it was really it was mind blowing. It was beautiful. I met so many great people, but really upped my songwriting thing. And my next album that I'm recording right now, which I was supposed to record last October, and we record the music, and then I had to have throat surgery, so I couldn't record my vocals. So I'm laying down vocals right now, but it's called Too Glam to Give a Damn. And and it is. I love this album because it's sassy. It's a different side of me, and it's just kind of like, I don't know, it's sassy. It's like, so the story behind that song, which I don't have I just record vocals, but it won't be out for a while. But the story behind that song is the first year we won in Lansing and we went to the IBC, there was this lady, and as a musician, you always get haters. You always get haters. She did not want us to win. She wanted somebody else to win. And she, was just evil on social media. And I had to block her on a bunch of stuff. But one of her comments was, if you would have went to Grand Rapids, you would have never won. So the next year we could have went, because there's 4 blues societies in Michigan you can go to. And Lansing is closest to us. Kalamazoo is second closest. Grand Rapids is 2.5 hours away. And we could have went to Kalamazoo and competed. But because she said that, I was like, oh no, we're going to Grand Rapids. And guess what? We won. So I wrote that song and I said, I'm too glam to give a damn, because you know what? You didn't scare me, and nobody's going to scare me from doing what I love. I'm up for it. If I didn't win, that's fine, but you ain't going to scare me away from it, because this is what I do, you know? So I kind of got sassy on this album, and I love it. It's a different side of me, and I know people can relate to it too. So I'm like super excited for this one.
You know, I find when I write with prompts, at first it was kind of inhibited, like, oh, it's so cliche, we're all going to have these songs. But I really found it let me go to corners.
Yeah.
That I might not have gone to before. And it really does change the process, because, you know, it was a prompt. The story wouldn't have happened. So I find editing's easier. And again, throwing out different extremes of things is easier.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not so invested in, I don't want to mess up this song. Like, you can't mess up something that probably shouldn't have existed, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So, and speaking of that, so many personalities.
Yes, so many. So this song is probably my favorite song that I've written. And live, it's very emotional performance, and I feel like it really, like, this is the one I get feedback on the most. It's our closer song, and it's really powerful. So I tell the story to my audience every time we play this. I wrote this song because I went to a different high school in a different state every year, and you know, everybody's got their childhood story, but it really, like I said, I'm a very emotional person, and I feel things very hard. So doing that was very, very hard for me. And I'm a very social person, but every state I went to was so different, and the people were so different that I felt like I had to be a little bit something different every time I met these people. Like, I wasn't I wasn't being true to myself, like, because I just wanted these people to like me. I was a kid, you know? Right. And that feeling is a horrible feeling. But at the same time, like, going through that, like, it's made me, like, I'm so my authentic self today, because I've been so many other people, you know. But I wrote this song because I've experienced so many different personalities of myself, and literally I think I've been through everything that, I mean, anybody can think of, you know. And it's really humbled me. I'm not a judgmental person. I'm very proud of, like, going through that. Nobody should go through any of that stuff, but, like, going through it, it really made me who I am today. And I'm proud of who I am today, because, you know, I don't judge people. I love everybody. So yeah, I wrote this song just expressing, like, that part, like, how it gave me so many personalities, like, going through what I went through.
Yeah, Billy's thing too. He went to different high schools. I switched high school my senior year. Don't recommend. Don't recommend.
Yeah.
You know, you think you knew who you were in high school, and no,
not a clue.
Not a clue. You just had to get through the year. So let's listen to this. So many personalities.
So I'm trying to be someone they would like.
And we're back on the ranch. I want to thank all our listeners, whether you're streaming, whether you're listening to it live. I really appreciate you tuning in every week. We are brought to you by Blast Music 24/7, a great platform in and of itself. Go check that out. And if you want to be on the ranch, if you're an indie artist, Americana artist, you can go to my website. It's streaming below. It's Randie O'Neill. You got to spell my name right, or you get a baseball player. It's RandieO'Neill.com/shows. And you could apply just like Lexie did to be on the show. And Lexie, you go on with your sexy self with that video. Let me tell you. Oh my goodness. Even
My husband actually
in on that one. Holy cow, that's a great song and video.
Thank you. My husband actually made that video, produced that video. So I got lucky. I have my husband does all the video stuff, so he knows how to do music videos and all that. So we did that video, and yeah, that was all him. He's great.
So Lexie, what you working on? What's up next?
My next album, Too Glam to Give a Damn. So really, because I just healed, I've actually been doing I did vocals. So this is my first weekend off of shows in a long time. And I don't have my next weekend off until November 15th, and I'll be in Florida. So I really wanted to go to the Big Blues Bender this weekend, but I didn't because obviously priorities. I had to record my album. So yeah, I stayed home like a good girl and got vocals done for some of the new album. Music is like pretty much all done. I think they're just mixing it. And then I have a few more songs. I think 3 more songs or 4 more songs to lay vocals on. So yeah, that's up next. And I don't have a release date yet. But when I do, I will post it.
That's great. And where can we find your music?
LexieBlue.com, and it's Lexie. So I'm the same as you. You got to spell it right.
Right. Gotta get the IEs in there, guys. We're going to miss both of us.
I know. IEs. So LexieBlue.com. You could go there. You could check out, where I'll be playing. And you could see, the first album's on there, and then the next album will be on there. So
that's great. So find her website, see where she's playing, get her new music. Hey, go to Facebook, guys. Like and subscribe. Really helps us out, the indie artists. It really does. And of course, check back here every Monday, every week for your edition of The Ranch. We are going to be right here. So, all right, we will check you out and see you next week, everyone.
Bye. Thanks, Randie, for having me.
All right.